Hello and welcome to my new Let's Play of Super Mario 3D World. Released in 2013, this was one of the big holiday titles of the Wii U in its second year technically. First full year, I guess. This game was unique because it followed up Super Mario 3D Land, which completely reinvented the 3D Mario formula. And I'm skipping 3D Land and also another title, but I'll get into that once we start the game.
Oh yeah, Mario time! Woohoo! What? Oh. Oh. Eh?
And that's all the plot we're getting because it's a Mario game. So, we actually have an overworld for the first time in the 3D games because this is structured closer to the classic games. Jumping into the first level, World 1-1 Super Bell Hill. So this screen actually waits for a little bit in case you want to switch characters, but for now we want to stick with Mario. So basic movement. Something I actually don't like, right off the bat, yes, starting off on a slightly negative note, is you have a run button. This is your default running speed. If you hold down Y or X, if you're using a classic controller, or a Wii U Pro controller, or I think one if you're using a Wii remote, you can actually dash. You have 2 levels of dashing. And it's a little clunky, but it's because this game was multiplayer. They want to support all the controllers. A decision I'm not really the biggest fan of, but also I'm not a fan of buying a ton of other peripherals, so I guess I can take it. So we have our first new power-up of the game, the cat power-up. So Y will do a short, like, claw attack. In midair, it'll be a dash attack. And that's about it for this power-up, in terms of basic gameplay. But you can also use it to climb up walls, like so, and find hidden areas. One move I didn't talk about is if you hold down, in the case of the Pro Controller, ZL or ZR, or I think B on a Wii remote. You can kind of crouch and crawl. From this, you can do a backward somersault, similar to Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine. Or if you press Y, you can actually do a rolling attack or a dash attack in the case of the cat power-up. So that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and you can also push ZL or ZR in mid-air to do the signature ground pound. But other than that, that's it for movement, I'm pretty sure. Y is your action button, so whenever you get a new power-up, it's going to be mapped to Y, which always is everyone's chief complaint with this game, is that everything is mapped to Y. Here we have our first collectible, the Green Power Star, returning from Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. I think, yeah, Super Mario Galaxy 2 had a lot more of them. Super Mario Galaxy 1, they just unlocked these special galaxies. Now here, oh yeah, you can actually use the right stick to move the camera, but it's pretty locked. You can actually run this pipe here. There are no coins here, so that's a little bit surprising to me that they didn't try to hide anything there. So we catch a rabbit, and this one has another green power star, so there were 3 in each stage. This is, of course, a checkpoint. And if we stand here, we have a little viewing platform. You can use the Wii U gamepad to look around, or the right control stick if you're not using something with, something other than the gamepad. Something without gyro. So yes, this game was a sequel to Super Mario 3D Land, which was released for the 3DS, I think in either 2011 or 2012. I want to say 2011. Which sort of was considered a hybrid between Super Mario 3D games and 2D games. By basically, instead of going for the sort of open world, early open world format of Super Mario 64 or Sunshine, and not even being like Galaxy, it just kind of did its own thing. And you know, I like 3D Land. I can't let's play it because 3DS capture cards are expensive. So this here's a Mega Mushroom, returning from the new Super Mario Bros. Games. Obviously the abilities are obvious. You can just pretty much destroy everything in your path, but if we actually just go too far ahead, we will actually be doing ourselves a disservice. So we're gonna stay here and wait to transform back. If you hold down, if you crouch and push Y, you can dash through those blocks and find a 1-up. Nice little secret. So it's a little bit more open than 3D Land, but not nearly as open as, say, the galaxies. It's kind of between the two. If you're not a cat, you can use this pipe to get to the next part of the level. And voila! Classic Mario, we got a flagpole, and we cleared it with Mario. Keep note of that. Because, warning, there is a post-game requirement that actually requires you to beat the game with every character. So you might want to keep a tally. The game will eventually, I'm pretty sure, keep track of who you finish stages with, but I don't know if it does that immediately. So like for me, I need to actually, I think I need to keep on top of it in case, well actually the flag on the level I think changes to whoever cleared the stage, so that's helpful. I'm trying to see if we actually do have the ability to see who, yeah, we can't actually see it on the menu, who we cleared stages with, so yeah, we just have to keep that in mind for now, or look at the flags. I feel like I've just gone over a lot of tutorial stuff in this video. So, let's talk about the game a little bit. We're actually switching to Luigi. I'm gonna be rotating through characters, which is gonna backfire because this game has interesting differentiation between the characters, and thus I'll probably be stuck with situations where I am with a character at a disadvantage. Luigi jumps higher, because this is how he's always played. But Luigi, I think, has worse traction as a result. Kind of similar to his playstyle in the Lost levels onwards. I think World doesn't have any differences, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he definitely jumps higher. There's actually a secret exit to another world here, but I'm not going to be taking it. Got invisible coins. If you're using the Wii U gamepad, you can actually find hidden collectibles like that using the gamepad, and also stun enemies. It's not really that necessary for this game, but in the sort of spin-off, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, it actually does come in handy being able to stun enemies. Because Captain Toad does not have as many movement options, but we'll be seeing a lot more about that in the future. Now, I think if you want the secret exit, it's up there. If you use... I was gonna say if you use cat power, but apparently you don't actually need it. I at least think this is a secret exit. I'm not 100% sure. And contrary to what I actually said, we're actually gonna take the secret exit. Just for fun. Or actually, no, is this one with a secret exit? I can't actually remember. I could have sworn there's a secret exit, but this just leads to a coin room, which I'm also fine with. You want to ground pound certain blocks because that's better for collecting coins often. So yeah, that's actually not what I was thinking of. It must be later on in the level. We have a mystery box from Super Mario 3D Land. And like that game, it offers a little mini challenge for a collectible. Not bad. There are some environmental challenges like 3D Land where you have to light torches. I don't think that's the case in this level, at least for now. Yes, one of the main gimmicks is actually these kind of pipes, which allow you to basically change direction and sort of go through alternate pathways, so that's cool. I think it might be here, actually. There's a secret. I haven't actually played the game since 2013, when I actually did my first playthrough, and probably I also played it a couple more times, again, because there is a requirement to beat the game with every character. I've sworn there's... maybe it's up there. Yeah, I think it's up there, actually. But I am not actually using a guide for this, I'm just kind of winging it. I know where most of the collectibles are, and I will probably miss a few and have to go back for them, but I will do my best to show everything. Including that level. You know the one I'm talking about if you played this game before. And that's 1-2 down. So yeah, it's an interesting little hybrid of Mario styles. Also, these stamps are actually completely useless other than checking a box to say you completed something, because those are for Miiverse, and Miiverse is dead. So yeah, those actually aren't used for anything. It's a little bit sad, but now we actually have a little mini boss encounter. This is a charging Chuck from Super Mario World.
Hello.
This is not going to be a good showcase of Peach at all, but she can float. Similar to Super Mario Bros. 2, and I think better remembered at this point, Super Smash Bros. I feel like people remember she can float from that game more so than Super Mario Bros. 2 these days. Yeah, that was a terrible showcase, so we're actually going to be using her for the next level as well, because, yeah, that did not really demonstrate her capabilities very well at all. Not that this level does either, but I don't want to play this with Toad, so we're sticking with Princess Peach, I think. Mount Beanpole. So this is basically our first really big showcase of the cat power-up. Princess Peach, in terms of further notes, has slower running speed than Mario and Luigi, but yeah, she can float, so whether she's a better character or not, it's all relative. I personally think Peach actually works pretty well as like a beginner mode. At least that's how I always got through Super Mario Bros. 2. Growing up, and even now, to some extent. So we got a little challenge room here. This is a challenge room that is completely broken if you're playing with 4 players. Because you can actually collect these coins extremely fast with 4 people, but single player, you actually do have to kind of hustle. The timer seems pretty generous though, so it's not too big of a deal. This might be 2 actually. Yeah, that's actually 2, because I think I know where it is. There's a stamp, so we might as well grab that while we're here. Yeah, so you can kind of chain climbing and jumping, which is nice. Yes, Peach can actually still float even in cat form, so that's really handy. I am pretty sure the green star, for the green star we need to climb up here, yes. And you can also scope out the level if you so desire. So yes, these levels are pretty small, but it's actually a pretty good game. I'd say it's among my favorite Mario games, but now that I think about it, it's like there aren't that many 3D Mario games. I prefer it to Galaxy 2 just because Galaxy 2 doesn't really feel like that big of a game to me. Also, you can side somersault, like Super Mario Sunshine. I forgot to mention that until now. I think it's better for vertical height. Also, we have power-up storage from Super Mario World returning. So here we have to raise this tower up and then climb up to get to a even higher point for a 1-up. For starters, but we also have this little cloud guy. So, grab the star, and just run right. That's all you need to do for this one. There's one that I think has depth perception, but that might be 3D land with 3D. So yeah, I'm not sure if anything is too challenging in this game, but I do vaguely remember having some trouble with a stage in either this game or 3D land. But yeah, Galaxy 2 is a phenomenal game, it just doesn't feel right to me. I think it's because the game is basically a level pack. The game doesn't try to expand the lore at all, and yes, it's weird to be talking about lore in a Mario game, but here we are. Galaxy has one of the best examples of that, and I actually feel that Super Mario Galaxy 2 pretty much contributes to nothing other than being sort of a soft retcon of Galaxy 1, and that's why I don't like it, because it's effectively a retcon. So now we got a branching path, actually. So that level, I think, is the next one. Just so you know, you can open the electronic manual. Yeah, this game didn't come with a manual, it's actually electronic. In case you're buying this game secondhand, yes, it is technically in that era where Nintendo stopped making physical manuals, and it's honestly kind of sad, actually. So yes, we have 1-4 and 1-5, plus these plunging falls and switch scramble circus, but we'll be saving both for next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Super Mario 3D World.